Something that commonly happens in the real estate industry is when a new buyer walks into an open house, a listing agent sees that as an opportunity to represent you. And they'll throw something out there like, "Hello, first-time buyer, would you like to be a VIP client with us?" A VIP client? What's that? How do I become one? It's simple, really. Just sign this piece of paper that says you will work with me, and I will send you listings and take you on showing appointments and hopefully sell you a home. Golly gee, let me sign it right now. Now I'm curious, if this has happened to you before, just comment it down below. Now this is a situation first-time home buyers can often find themselves getting into, and what you're signing in that scenario is a buyer representation agreement. So today I'm going to talk to you about exactly what a buyer representation agreement is and when you should sign one. Hi, my name is Ben Robitaille. I'm a realtor with Royal LePage InTouch Realty. I serve Simcoe County and South Muskoka. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps push us up in the algorithm, and then we can get our video out to more great people such as yourself. And if you like real estate content, I'm really trying to hit 25 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe and stay in the loop with what's going on out there in real estate. So a buyer representation agreement. The simplest thing to compare it to is a listing agreement. So when somebody wants to sell their house, they will ask an agent to sell it for them most of the time. And what that agent will do is they'll have that person sign a listing agreement. And what this does is it allows the agent to market the home, show potential buyers the home, allow other agents to come in and show the home as well. What a buyer representation agreement is basically the same thing for a buyer. You're giving that one agent the authority to represent you and your best interests when it comes to buying a home. Now this is a two-way street. That means when you come across a new listing, part of that buyer representation agreement is that you have to let your agent know about the listings you see, and you have to allow them to schedule appointments and show it to you. So when should you sign a buyer representation agreement? Now, at the very minimum, a buyer representation agreement has to be signed before you make an offer. So if that agent's going to represent you in a transaction, that representation agreement has to be signed. Now, a lot of agents will differ on when they want you to sign a buyer representation agreement. Depending on the situation, an agent might want you to sign a buyer rep agreement right away. In this case, what I would suggest is you can sign the buyer rep agreement, but make it for a short period of time and make it for one specific property that you're going to see with that agent. That way, if it doesn't click and you don't fit with that agent, you're free to go and look for another buyer's agent. Personally, what I like to do is if I have an unknown client who's reaching out about a specific property, I will have them sign a buyer rep agreement for that one specific property to protect my time. If it's a buyer who's reached out to me, they've expressed interest in working with me, need some education on how to buy a home, in that case, what I'll end up doing is having a meeting with them. Maybe we'll go to a couple showings first. And if it's clicking and we're getting close to a point where we're thinking about submitting an offer, at that point, I'll go over the buyer rep agreement with them, just so it's one less thing to do come offer time. Now, if you have any specific questions about buyer representation agreements and how they work, make sure you leave them down below. I'll get back to all the comments as best as possible. And if you're thinking about buying or want more information about buying a home, reach out to me through my website. I'm always happy to schedule a call and we can chat about what your real estate needs are and how I can possibly help you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.